If you've trained for the planche, you're probably aware of the planche lean, also known as the pseudo planche, or one of its variations, such as pseudo planche push-ups. In its simplest form, the planche lean involves holding a push-up position with the shoulders leaning forward of the hands. This creates a rotational force at the shoulder joints that the shoulder flexors must resist to hold the position. The further you lean, the harder it becomes. Leaning forward an inch is not much harder than the top of a push-up, but at a certain degree of lean, the demand on the shoulder flexors will be greater than that of a straddle planche. As this exercise and its variations are scalable, they're useful for athletes of all levels. One downside to the planche lean having a wide range of difficulties is that it's easy to manipulate the intensity to give the illusion of progress. Without measurement, you may be increasing your hold times and think you're getting stronger, but you may unknowingly be reducing the degree of forward lean. For this reason, it's important to measure the intensity of your planche leans to ensure progress over time. This is the calisthenics equivalent of taking note of how much weight you lifted with a weight training exercise. There are many ways to measure the planche lean, and as long as you're consistent, they can all be useful. My preferred method is to measure the distance between the hands and the feet and reduce this over time. You can do this with your feet on a line, or as I like to do it, with the feet against a wall. The reason I prefer the wall is that it prevents you from sliding the feet back to reduce the difficulty, and therefore creates a limit for the minimum intensity. Another method that can be used is measuring the distance from the hands to the wall and doing holds with your head just off it. While this is reasonable, I prefer placing the feet against a wall as it sets a limit to the minimum intensity. The head-to-wall method sets a limit to the maximum intensity and incentivizes you to lean back away from the wall and make the exercise easier. Unless your head is touching the wall, you may be 1 centimeter or 3 centimeters from it and not know the difference. By placing your feet against a wall, it makes it hard to slack off. If you make it difficult to cheat or make the exercise easier, you ensure hard work and create a better environment for progress. Another reason I prefer the feet-to-wall method is that it works well for push-ups. As pseudo-planche push-ups require you to lean forward as you descend, your head would hit the wall with the other method. To get around this, you could set the intensity from the bottom of each rep, but once again, this limits the maximum intensity and leaves a lot of room to cheat through most of the movement. The feet-to-wall method ensures a minimum intensity at all times, as you can't lean back into the wall. While it can be tempting to sacrifice form or intensity in your training for short-term gratification, you'll only be cheating yourself out of progress. If you can set the environment to incentivize effort and intensity and give as little room for cheat movements as possible, you'll be setting yourself up for better gains in the long term. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, you can show your support by leaving a like or comment, and make sure you're subscribed for future videos. To learn more about the planche, check out my Project Planche program, linked in the description below.